My name is Harry. I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here. Let's continue. Now we are into the Sussexes. Okay, we start with the Squaddies. Squaddies, please remember that November is the anniversary month of the Sussexes' great escape from that family. Alright, so that they, after what we just read with the duchy, with things that's happening with Charles, and people's eyes are opening, yeah, thank God they're not there. Okay, yep, 5 years ago, just before Thanksgiving 2019, they fled to Vancouver Island with Archie and the dogs to escape the toxic environment and the royal family, firm, and the British press, to never live there again as a family except for one short visit for the Queen's Jubilee around Lily's first birthday. That's pretty much sums up, yeah, pretty much. That was Meghan, but Harry has gone back a couple times.
Yes, it's me. And you guys are angry about it. Oh my God, I make y'all feel that. Well, this will not take long. Well, I just wanted to pop up here and show y'all how I'm doing. I'm doing great. I'm looking great. I'm feeling great, you know. I'm over here very booked and busy while you bitches over here are still looking raggedy and not doing shit. Wow. But anyway, I just want to let y'all know I'm not going anywhere. So talk your shit, you shitholes. You can't defeat a bad bitch. You just cannot do that. I rise above that. Ew. So I just want to say, hey, and that I'm here to stay, and you're going to be mad every day. Success.
Alright, true. This is extra, so let me not bring this here. If I were to do another video, this, something like that, will be on PYTE. Alright, so for those who are new, I have another channel. The PYTE Team Sussex is more of a mellow, feel-good type of thing. Unless if it's demonetized, then everything will be over here. It's monetized right now. They've been trying to demonetize it. They're bringing stuff from a couple years. Okay. Now, there's an article from Byline Time. I will read it to know what's going on in the court. Breaking. Prince Harry's case against Rupert Murdoch's UK news group looks likely to go to trial. The prince is suing the publisher of The Sun and the now defunct News of the World report, Brian Capecott. This guy is very good. I follow him over here. Let me see. Yep, I follow him. It's there. Alright, so I have it open already. The link will be in the description. Prince Harry's case against Rupert Murdoch's UK news group looks likely to go on trial. Brian Capecott, November 15, 2024. Okay, Prince Harry's legal case against Rupert Murdoch's UK company looks likely to go to trial in 2 months' time following a court hearing in London on Friday. If there is no last-minute change, it will be the first time the newspaper group, newspaper, NGN, has ever been forced to defend its record in court in 15 years of litigation about phone hacking and other unlawful reporting method. Prince Harry is suing the publisher of The Sun and the now defunct News of the World, alleging NGN unlawfully obtained private information about him from 1996 until 2011. Counsel for Prince Harry, David Sherburn, said that in the past week, NGN had reached out of court settlement with 12 people who had brought claims, as had happened in hundreds of previous cases, but that for 2 claims are going to trial. So they brought some of them out already. The longer they stay, the higher the cost for them, NGN, to pay them to settle. Okay, those 2 are bought by the Prince and Lord Tom Watson, the former deputy leader of the Labour Party, who says he was subject to a politically motivated campaign of phone hacking and other abuses. Sherborne reminded the judge, Mr. Justice Timothy Fancourt, that only 13 previous occasions since 2011 planned trial involving the Murdoch company had failed to go ahead because claimants have been, as he put it, bought off, which is what some of them have already done now. The actor, what's his name? He was on their case for a very long time. I forgot his Hugh Grant. He settled too quickly because if he knows he has things on them, should hold on until last minute. Similar to how Dominion sued Fox News, because it was literally leading on the day, I believe, I could be wrong, okay, you could look it up, on the day of the trial, right before they go to trial, they quickly settle. There was a pause on that day, and it comes to a couple $2 billion of settlement. So when you know you got the good, you could hold on as far as possible so you could get more out of them. Okay, let's continue. Back to this. The Prince and Lord Watson have not settled, and Friday's hearing was devoted to preparation for a 6-week trial scheduled to begin around 15 January. The only previous trials relating to phone hacking have related to the Mirror News Group, and both went badly for the publisher. Given the past history, and despite Sherborne's assertion, a settlement in the Murdoch case, even at this late stage, can't be ruled out. What is clear is that News Group has poured money into its effort to escape a trial. The total number of recent settlements is said by informed sources to be around 40, but that the Prince and Watson have held out. In practice, a rich company holds the best card in these matters. Claimants keen to have their day in court can be forced to settle if the offer exceeds what they will win at trial. News Group is thought to have paid out more than £1 billion over the years and such settlement with costs. The Prince has said he is determined to hold the company to account, and the complexity and scope of his case, which relates to hundreds of news stories over a lengthy period, may have made it harder for News Group to oblige him to settle. Oh, that was that. Okay, so that was that. The link is in the description. Let's read some of the comments. I thought I was going to find something more. Go Harry, we have your back. Okay, Harry said he ain't settled with shit. Wow, go Harry. And I hope that the Prince wins with a huge payout. The client journalists hate him because he refuses to play their games in return for good publicity. He said he would rather have them write their rubbish than play their games. That is courageous and admirable. Hope he gets them this time. I hope that a substantial amount of evidence is disclosed in court which caused a sufficient level of public outrage that Sir Keir Starmer and Lisa Nandy are left with no choice but to reactivate the Leveson inquiry. The British press will dread the return of Leveson. Okay, Prince Harry, the only Windsor worth a damn. That's for sure. And look at this. Remember when William kicked him out? Some of the noises that the paper were starting saying was that he was a traitor to the country. So if someone is a traitor to a country, to be put, to hold on this far with the papers and say they're not gonna settle, when many other Brits quickly settle, and many Brits who don't have the same amount of capacity and money like him are dying, okay, committing suicide because the paper will not leave them alone. This is very courageous. Right, Prince Harry, the only Windsor worth for them, and unlike the rest, he isn't sucking on the public teeth because he thinks it's his birthright. That's for sure. Okay, this is why they keep harassing the Sussexes to get them to drop this, but the Sussexes aren't backing down. Let's go. The same thing with Meghan. Remember when they stole, well, they didn't steal it, when they published her paper, her letter to her father, portion of it, and where she was relying on the firm, the royal family, to go after the paper. They keep giving her the runaround until she said no, she went and get her own lawyer. This is the same thing they did to Harry. And you see how, once she made up her mind, she said she's not going back. I mean, saying it now, it just came out of my mouth, but not thinking, the thing with Kamala Harris, not going back. But back to this. Once they made up their mind, they were not going back. Okay, Harry already made up his mind. In one comment, I said that with Harry, the bond, the pact that he made with his brother to stick together, and the brother didn't do that. That's very sad. Let me pause for a second. I'm looking for something. I don't think I put it correctly. There was another article. All right, let me make sure I'm recording. It was all the way at the bottom because there's another article I want to read. There it is here. Okay, well, William was happy to allow Jason Knauf to share unsolicited private emails to help the failed defeat Meghan's case. There's the thing here. Why are people angry? Because the judge is allowing Harry to see emails shared between the palace and the Sun. All right, so let's go into that. I had it open already. Okay. Harry can see emails between Sun publisher and royal household, judge rules. Harry, 40, is suing News Group newspaper over allegation he was targeted by journalists and private investigators working for the publisher. Oh my God. Let me pause and see if I could remove some of these things. Oh my goodness, so many ads. Okay. The Duke of Sussex can use further emails between executives of the publisher of The Sun and members. Oh my God, those things are annoying. And members of the royal household and his legal claim against the organization, a high court judge has ruled. Harry, 40, is suing. I'm going to have to block a lot of things because these are, I don't know how YouTube is going to treat them. Too many videos of ads. Harry, 40, is suing News Group newspaper, NGN, over allegation he was targeted by journalists and private investigators working for the publisher, which also ran the now defunct News of the World. Okay, he is suing alongside former Labour Deputy Leader Lord Watson, with a hearing on Friday told the pair are the only people continuing their claim and that 39 cases had been settled since a previous hearing in July. Barristers for both sides returned to court in London to ask a judge to rule on preliminary issues before the trial and the two remaining cases scheduled for January 2025, including whether Harry could be giving access to emails between former NGN executive and members of the royal household between 2013 and 2019. Oh my goodness. Remember Will Lewis destroyed a lot of evidence? So keep that in mind. Probably some of those evidence already gone. In a ruling, Mr. Justice Fancourt said there was a degree of speculation whether any of the documents sought are going to assist the claimant's case, but rules there was sufficient justification for some of the emails to be provided. He said, quote, "In all the circumstances, therefore, it seems to me that there is a limited category of documents where, despite the element of delay and despite the relative lateness of the application, there is a credible case for saying a full picture and is necessary in the interest of justice. I quote, "I will, however, limit the documents that are being sought." David Sherburne for Harry had asked for the green light to see relevant emails sent between 5 emails account of NGN employees and 5 employees of the royal household between January 2013 and September 2019, which he said will be highly relevant to the case. Harry knows. Remember before, what's the former prime minister? Is it Sunak? Yeah, I think Sunak gave Harry the green light to view the Levison, the first Levison that was going on. Because the judge said, from previous court cases, the judge said Harry could bring things from the Levison inquiry in his case if the government allow him to see those documents from the first Levison. But Harry cannot bring anything from the Levison if it's hearsay or things he sees online or anything like that. The government must give him access to the documents first. So Sunak gave him the green light, Harry, to view those things. So there must be some stuff through those documents from the Leveson inquiry that prompted Sherburne to ask the judge permission to see those emails. So they want to connect these things together. That's what I think. Okay, the NGN employee included Rebecca Brooks, the chief executive of News UK from September 2015, Robert Thompson, the chief executive of News Corp from 2013, and Mike Dorsey, the chief executive of News UK until September 2015. The royal household employees, quote, are those involved in royal communication. You know who's one already. Royal Communication and private secretaries of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, the court was told. What I think we already know who these people are. What I think is happening here, those people, the private secretary that Charles and Andrew switch and put, okay, because he wasn't getting, or they, Charles and Andrew, were not getting what they wanted from the previous secretary. So he insert. Okay, they team up, Charles and Andrew team up to switch those, the private secretary to have his yes sir man. And then that same yes sir man was part of the security thing for Harry. What's the name of that? Okay, I can't think of it right now. Alright, so let's see here. He said emails between NGN and the palace will be highly relevant in terms of providing the full picture, not only as the actual knowledge of the claimant, but also as the position in relation to constructive knowledge based on what the palace was being told by NGN. The court heard that some of the emails had already been provided by Ms. Brooke as early as April last year, but Mr. Sherburne said in court that these had been cherry-picked. Very interesting. Okay, these emails contained discussion between NGN and the royal household before Harry began legal action in 2019, and included conversation about a possible apology being made by the publisher. Mr. Sherburne said that the further email, as well as searching for 12 search terms within the communication of the 10 individuals, are highly likely to be relevant and may lead the court to draw inescapable inferences. Wow. NGN opposed the bid, with its barrister Anthony Hudson KC describing it as disproportionate, time-consuming, and costly, and that you have a lot. NGN has a lot of money to settle out of court, so I'm sure they have money to spend time to search through these emails. Okay, that extracting the emails will cost £17,000. I mean, let's give him credit. He has to defend his client, which is the paper. But when you look at the amount of money they already spent to from out of court, you know they got the money. Okay, he said, quote, "We said that this is in fact clearly a speculative phishing exercise trying to find emails which does not have a proper basis in the claimant's pleaded case because it is not relevant to any of the issues in his claim. It is not necessary to ensure a fair trial." A spokesperson for NGN said in 2011, an apology was published by NGN to victims of voicemail interception by the News of the World. The company publicly committed to paying financial compensation and since then has paid settlement to those with proper claims. In some dispute cases, it has made commercial sense to come to settlement agreement before trial to bring a resolution to the matter. All these are quotes. I'm just reading through. As we reach the tail end of the litigation, NGN is drawing a line under the dispute matter. The civil proceeding have been running for more than a decade and dealing with events 13 to 28 years ago. It is common practice and indeed encouraged in litigation to seek the settled claims outside court where both parties agree without the cost of a trial. A further hearing is expected to be held in early December, with the trial expected to last between 6 and 8 weeks. Very interesting. This article is more reasonable than the byline that I read. Where is it? This, I was expecting more details on and byline rather than this one. Oh, this is the byline one. Okay, I was expecting byline to give me more descriptive information, but this one had more. This one explains a little bit more. Okay, both of the links will be in the description. Okay, so back to Twitter. Let's see what some people are saying. I hope Prince Harry absolutely destroyed them. The toxic British media and the royal family need to be held to account. He doesn't want to destroy his family. He just wants justice. Could be. We shall see. This is why he wants to, his lawyer wants to see the emails, because there were communication between these people. And I believe some of the secretaries, private secretaries, were getting the green light from Charles. You're not going to get emails from Charles with the papers. Okay? He will be obscured. He will say the words, what needs to be done verbally. And then the, how do you call them? The private secretaries will be writing the emails, which will be them. Okay? They will be the one who will take the blame. I don't know. I think. But it's under direction of whoever above them. Okay, oof, they better be glad he married Meghan, because if he married to someone like me, there will be an email anthology following Spare Part 2. He really found his match. There's that. Exactly why the king and his elder mini-me demanded Harry to drop his lawsuit. And I think, in my humble opinion, William settled his lawsuit, and I think they give him a penny. Okay, not a lot of money, that's what I mean by that. For him to make sure Harry doesn't bring his side. But the thing is that he doesn't have control of Harry. And they're so stupid as well. You know you don't want him to go to court for that. But you instigate him so much. His family, his child, and the paper is part of that as well. I guess they felt like they have their bases covered. Oh my God. Yeah, Harry has to go through. There's a tweet that I read where one of the Squaddies, just, putting it out there lightly, saying if they ask a certain amount of money, yeah, Harry should settle. All right, so let's continue here. But the thing is that these people, they never stop. They will not stop. All right, they are also panicking because Harry can quote them back to them to show their deception, dishonesty, and disinformation about him and Meghan at a place and time Harry chooses. That is true. Okay, I think Harry is focused on the son's illegal activities. He has already showed some emails proving that the late queen wanted justice for him. Okay. Yes, Harry can also hold his family in check. 2 birds, 1 stone. That's it. Yeah, it's to that. Okay, the private secretary, they're gonna see. We're communicating with the papers, but it's at the direction of whoever above those private secretaries. Okay, yep. Did I read this? I thought they said Meghan's letter was public property. There's laughing here. Charles, Camilla, William, and Kate thought they were going to Diana, Meghan, and peace. They're lucky Harry is not going after them for killing his mother. Anyone who believed Diana's car accident was an accident is naive. Yep. Okay. And this is one of the reasons I think he wants to further, continue with his case. Especially after he made that pact with his brother, and the brother, broke that pact. Phew, this is gonna be dynamic. If Harry ever thought that his father had any love for him, he is now going to realize, and that little love he had left in his heart will vanish. They took on a soldier, tried to unalive his wife and unborn child. Harry is never going back. Okay, Charles will think it's about him, but it's not. It's about Murdoch and illegal gathering of information. They all are connected. That's all. They all are connected. Let me read what's there. This is an ad. Okay, after this, that's it. Okay, wow. I hope this make it in Spare Part 2. They keep messing with Harry, and he is about to F things up. I don't think he will write another book. Spare is enough. Well, he did say there's 400 pages he removed. You just never know. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, so this one is a long read. The Duke of Sussex, quote, the Duke of Sussex is one of 2 claimants whose claims are still live against the publisher of The Sun over allegation of unlawful information gathering. His barrister has told the High Court. A hearing on Friday heard that Harry, 40, and former Labour Deputy Leader Tom Watson are now the only people continuing their claims against News Group newspaper, NGN, after several others settled their cases. The 2 remaining cases are expected to go to trial in January 2025, with Harry alleging he was targeted by journalists and private investigators working for NGN, which also published the now defunct News of the World. The publisher has previously denied unlawful activity took place at the Sun. Speaking on Friday, David Sherborne for the claimant said, quote, "The Duke of Sussex is one of 2 claimants who claims are still live in this matter." He continued, "The reduction of the 2 live claims to just 2 is a pretty recent development. The 2 sides have returned to court in London asking a judge to rule on preliminary issues before the trial next year, with Lord Watson in attendance at the hearing. Many others have settled their claims in recent years, including actor Hugh Grant." This is what I was saying. He settled too quickly because he's been on their case for a very long time. Actress Sienna Miller, that was way at the beginning. Ex-footballer Paul Gascoigne, comic Catherine Tate, and Spice Girl Melanie Shisholmes? Okay, sorry if I pronounce your name wrong, okay? There's her name here, Spice Girl. At a hearing in April, the High Court in London heard that Mr. Grant had settled his case against NGN because of the risk of a £10 million legal bill if his case went to trial. Mr. Sherborne said at the early hearing that the Duke of Sussex is subject to the same issue that Sienna Miller and Hugh Grant have been subject to, which is that the offer are made that make it impossible for them to go ahead. Grant said he was offered an enormous sum of money to keep this matter out of court that he did not want to accept. Okay, Harry, one of 2 people continuing claim against Sun publisher, court told. Alright, so now here are some of the comments. This is an ad. "This is why the relentless bullying has continued. I pray for strength and resources for him. I pray he gets the outcome he really needs." Okay, wow. Please, everyone, let's start praying for Harry, as he will lose an absence amount of money if he loses his case. Okay, I'm so scared as those people play dirty. Wonder if they'll offer him a settlement and an apology accepting they did wrong. My God is in control. Amen. Keep going, Harry. Get Rebecca Brooks, forever associated with the hacking of a murdered schoolgirl, phone the court. Okay, he's fighting to the end for not just himself, but for those who cannot afford to go to trial. I think so too. Okay, I wish Harry all the best. There will be increasing pressure to settle the case. If they do, I hope they are required to admit wrongdoing, even if expose them to criminal charges for their illegal information gathering. Good King Harry is his mother's son. Good King Harry is still slaying dragons. Love him for not backing down. Okay, there's more comment. Let's go to the next one. All right. Okay, so this is PA who's reporting. Breaking news, the Duke of Sussex is one of 2 claimants whose claims are still live against news group newspapers over allegation of unlawful information gathering, his barrister has told the High Court. Okay, so I read that already. The Duke of Sussex is one of 2 claimants who's... Okay, so it's repeating. Let me see some of the comments. Okay, yes, because he's not a coward like his cowardly brother who took hush money instead of holding the press accountable. The Sun wouldn't have been able to buy off the royal family. They are billionaires. Harry is truly a hero. Okay, what? Him and the Marquess of Cholmondeley. Okay. What? Him and the Marquess of Cholmondeley. What does have to do? There's one comment underneath it. Is your translation app broken? That's what I'm trying to figure out what this has anything to do. I do not want to read any extra things here. All right, I just want to see some of the comment. Good King Harry, good for him for standing up for what is right. Okay, imagine seeing the horrible lies published daily about your son and daughter-in-law, and instead of supporting your son, take legal action in the courts. The father wants to brush under the carpet for the abuse to continue. The royals are morally repugnant to protect the tabloid. Okay, they got them, they must have something on them. Like he said, they are trapped. So this part here, this is where Harry is a bit sensible for the family. Okay, I saw breaking news and thought there was a massive weather event, an overthrown government, or another type of mass casualty, but no, Harry is still suing a newspaper. Good effort. I mean, well, it matters to some people, all right? It may not be matters to you because it doesn't affect you personally, but it matters to him because he was the one who's been humiliated daily for a very long time. Okay, hold those criminals to account. All right, let's go to the next one. And let's not forget, one of his good friend commit suicide. What's her name? That I'll put her picture. That presenter, I forgot her name. All right, let's go to the next tweet. So all of this is to, get to the bottom of things. Next tweet. And on when for Prince Harry, Justice Fancourt has ordered Murdoch's NGN to produce all emails between them and the royals, emails they've so far been hiding and that potentially show Charles and Willie colluding with the tabloid to kill Harry's claims. Not only that, but I think the most important thing here is that we're gonna see conversation between, those people high up there, the, what do you call them? Private secretaries or something like that. But I don't think you're gonna see emails from Charles or something. All right, unless if those let's say there is email between those private secretaries with the newspapers relating to Harry, and then those private secretaries kept a copy of whatever information that Charles or William gave them to act upon something, and that will back them up and say, look, I did it because they told me to. I work for them, but they told me to do that. So here's the backup of that. Yes, I did it. I'm talking in terms of the private secretaries. They could say to the judge, let's say they come for testify and said, yes, I wrote this. Why did you write it? Because so-and-so told me. Do you have backup of this? And they have emails to back those things up. That's the only thing I could think. Otherwise, those other people will be going to jail for things that they were told to. So let's see here. This is the only writing. According to Harry's lawyer, the courtiers held high-level discussion with newspaper executive in 2017 about receiving compensation and apologies to the entire royal household, including the Queen, for unlawful information gathering. The move threatened to further widen Harry's rift between the king and his brother William. The Duke has previously claimed William received compensation from the newspaper while he was cut out of a secret deal. It emerged because Harry was too smart. I told you, these people want to keep Harry out of anything of importance because Harry is too smart. But the royals, once they give them money, anything, moral, ethics is out the window. All right. It emerged in the High Court that King Charles tried to discourage and stymie Prince Harry from suing the Sun's publisher. The court was told that part of Harry's case is that the royal institution had tried to block him from bringing his case. Reading from a passage in Harry's case, the judge, Mr. Justice Fancourt, said the Duke claims his father and the royal family's law firm, Hubert and Lewis, acted to discourage and stymie him and the bringing of his claim. It's the same thing they tried to do with Meghan, when Meghan wanted to sue the papers for printing her letter to her father, and they give her the runaround when she realized they're wasting time, and she said, F this, she got her own lawyer. David Sherburne for the Duke said emails showed the late Queen had personally approved threatening the publisher with legal action if it did not respond. Okay. All right, let's see here. I don't even know how to begin to understand this level of depravity in a family. Remember, Willie colluded with the Fell when they published Meghan's private letter to her father. That's the thing here. It's clear he and Charles have a lot of skeleton to hide, and they'll go to any lengths to do so. All right, so there's all of this. The outrageous thing is Harry may have no choice but to accept a settlement in the end due to disgraceful British law that's forced all victims to settle so far. All right, let's see. I think Harry doesn't care anymore. I don't think he cares anymore. Now, the cases of the Duke of Sussex, 40, and former Labour Deputy Leader Lord Watson, 57, are the only ones still active, and a 6 to 8 weeks trial is due to start in January, although Mr. Sherburne has previously said it was likely all the claimants could be forced to settle because they could be left with huge legal bills if they rejected a settlement offer, even if they won a trial. I think, in my humble opinion, that's how I will do. As they move forward, okay, Harry's working, his whatever fund he's receiving, he's paying his lawyer as he go. He doesn't wait until the end to pay everything, because if he wait until the end, it will be huge amount. So as he go along, maybe there's a possibility. There's a huge amount he already gave the judge, not the judge, his lawyer, and said, you know, as we go, we remove. They probably have a term for it. I'm not in the legal thing. There's probably a account somewhere where there's a huge amount is there just for the case, and then as we move forward, he's taking money out of that account to give to his lawyer. Because if you make up your mind, you're gonna go all the way. Okay, I'm pretty sure you're saving something somewhere to make sure, you know, it's a 50-50 kind of thing. And you don't know, hopefully the judge is reasonable. That was one of the fear that I had for Meghan. Because knowing how those people or, you know, things can be done under the table, I was afraid for her. Just go back to some of my videos, probably on PYTE. Yes, can anyone imagine what Prince Harry is going to discover, knowing how entangled his family and the newspaper group are? Alright, Harry can see emails between Sun Publisher and Royal Household Judge rules. Harry Foley is suing News Group newspaper over allegation he was targeted by journalists and private investigators working for the publisher. And the thing is that with those newspapers, they know they did the thing, but they're trying to make Harry look crazy as if these are from his imagination. All right, let me read what's okay. Definitely, I'm not going through all of that. Okay, just these. Okay, as I'm scratching my head right now because the Fell is the only one reporting this. Really, if the ruling had been against him, there would be 1,000 articles from all of them by now. And this is why I said the U.S. should learn from the UK, because these are group. They all are connected. All right, look how they quickly. Okay, they got. In 2016, they used Facebook because this is where most people were. I mean, they're watching. This is where most people were. And they infested Facebook with bots and misinformation and disinformation. And then when they realized most people are on Twitter, so what did? They bought Twitter for a lot of money. I think it was in the billion. Let's look now. I'm curious. They bought it for a lot of money because that's where a lot of people were. Or are. Some people are living already. And they did their misinformation. Let me see. How much did they buy Facebook? Yeah. Did I say Facebook? How much Elon bought Twitter? Okay. Elon Musk purchased Twitter for $44 billion in an all-cash deal that was complete in October 27, 2022. Okay. They were doing it very quickly. Before the election, they needed to get access to to Twitter before the election. You could pause and read, or you could search yourself. All right, so let's go back to Twitter. I'm prepared for a server that contains all data to be hacked or other destroyed that prevent these emails from being made available. They probably already destroyed from what is it? There was an article that I read where what's his name? Will Lewis helped Murdoch destroy some documents, some emails, and all of that. All right. So I have one more tweet after this. One, if not both, the Royal Household and NGN is going to issue a huge public apology to Harry before January 2025. Let's see here. Harry can see emails between Sun Publisher and Royal Household Judge rules. Harry Foley is suing News Group newspaper over allegation he was targeted by journalists and private investigators working for the publisher. Okay. King tried to block Prince Harry from suing Sun Publisher court his. Prince Harry to argue at January Charles that his father acted to discourage him from pursuing legal action against News Group newspaper. When Charles claimed he had cancer and Harry quickly flew over there for him, I believe, in my humble opinion, was for this. Okay, because of that public letter that Paul Dacker, I think his name is, put out there was a way to plea to Charles. Please make your son stop that. Please make your son stop that. This kind of thing. Lawsuit. And then to get Harry over there really quickly. They had to do that. Okay, they had to do that. Remove everything. Okay, they put so much fear on him. They put so much fear on him. All sort of things. But anyway, Harry didn't stop. Anyway, okay, this is the reason for the rejection of Harry and his family. Your courage is admired by many. Your courage is admired. He is about to find out that who was really behind the smear campaign about him. Pretty pathetic. It may take a lawsuit for Harry's family to apologize, but it will not seem authentic, just self-serving for Charles and William. I mean, by now, keep in mind, I understand her, but why will Charles and William come out and make a public apology when Harry is suing the paper, not him? Okay, if they had nothing to do with it, they don't have to worry about it. Harry is suing the paper, not his father or his brother. He's suing the paper. Okay, I love his courage so much. It is so easy for the papers to ruin people, then pay them off without accountability. That's an ad. Bravo, Harry. He does not need their insincere apologies. He needs to claim huge compensation. I want Harry to publish spread too. Who knows? Maybe it's already published, and after the lawsuit, and then say, hey, make it public. I love it. Want out, Heavenly Father, do it. We'll see. Amen. All right, so this is my last one, and then that'll be it. Maybe I'll do a prayer of protection, and let me write it while I'm thinking of it. Let me write it. Okay, it will be the prayer that I wrote, prayer, protection, and victory. All right, so this is my last tweet before I do the prayer. The heifers are mad. So I think she's making reference to the Rangers are mad because Meghan is out and about. Okay, so go on PYTE. Actually, the video is public already, so go watch it. And Meghan went to support one of I think her colorist, hairdresser, not hairdresser, the hairdresser of hers know of the colorist who she's befriended with and invested in her company for hair growth. Okay, so that's that. So she's just saying the Rangers are mad. Okay, I'm so glad. Island Chaos Agent are mad. It's what they deserve. Lie with dogs, wake up with fleas. See you in court. Alright, they are mad, huh? They are mad. Meghan looks fresh, youthful, and hot, while their fencer looks 59 years old. Alright, so that's that. Let's do the prayer. Alright, so prayer. What did I say? Let me just copy and paste. Prayer 4. Okay, here are some prayers for victory and protection. Alright, so let me just read this. I surrender every aspect of my life totally and completely to you. I give you my body, soul, and spirit, my heart, mind, and will. I claim the covering, cleansing, and protection of your blood and the victory of your cross over every aspect of my life. I ask your Holy Spirit to renew me now and to fill me afresh. Okay, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, so that is it. Now let me get back to my editing. Let me see how much I have left. Oh my God, I have a lot left. It's like I just started. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today. know, we ask for forgiveness, and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.